No hospitals, no ambulances, no pharmacies. Yet 500 years ago, people in America were still healing the sick, treating wounds, and performing surgeries. So how did healthcare work before modern medicine even existed?
When we think of healthcare today, we imagine doctors, hospitals, machines, and prescriptions. But 500 years ago, around the early 1500s, the land that would later become the United States had a completely different medical world. There were no medical schools, no antibiotics, no understanding of germs. And yet, people survived injuries, gave birth, treated infections, and lived long lives using knowledge passed down through generations. Healthcare back then wasn't built on laboratories. It was built on nature, experience, and tradition.
Long before European settlers arrived, Native American tribes had developed complex systems of medicine. Their hospitals were forests. Their pharmacies were fields and rivers. Healers used hundreds of plants for different illnesses. Willow bark for pain and fever contains salicylic acid similar to aspirin, echinacea to boost immunity, yarrow to stop bleeding, mint and sage for digestion and respiratory issues. These weren't random remedies. Knowledge came from centuries of observation and experimentation. Healers knew which roots helped wounds heal, which leaves reduced swelling, and which plants could be deadly if used incorrectly. Medicine was deeply connected to the environment. If you understood nature, you understood healing. Every tribe had medical specialists, often called medicine men or medicine women. They weren't just doctors, they were spiritual leaders, herbal experts, and counselors all at once. Illness was often seen as a combination of physical and spiritual imbalance. Healing involved herbal treatments, sweating rituals similar to saunas, massage and physical therapy, spiritual ceremonies and prayer. This holistic approach focused on the whole person, body, mind, and spirit. In many ways, it resembles modern ideas of holistic medicine. One of the most important healing tools was the sweat lodge. Heated stones were placed in a small enclosed structure and water was poured over them to create steam. People would sit inside, sweating heavily. This was used to clean wounds, treat respiratory illness, relieve muscle pain, and purify the body. Today, we know sweating can help circulation and detoxification. Back then, it was understood through experience. The sweat lodge was part hospital, part therapy center. It may sound surprising, but some Native American groups performed minor surgeries. Archaeological evidence shows bone setting for fractures, use of splints, removal of arrows and foreign objects from wounds, stitching wounds with plant fibers or animal sinew. They used natural antiseptics like pine resin and certain herbs to prevent infection. Without modern anesthesia, pain management came from herbal sedatives and alcohol-like plant mixtures. These procedures required incredible skill and courage from patients. Midwives were highly respected members of society. They assisted childbirth using herbal teas, massage, and positioning techniques that helped reduce complications. Women's health knowledge included natural pain relief methods, herbal treatments for menstrual issues, post-birth recovery practices. Birth wasn't seen as a medical emergency, but a natural process guided by experienced hands. Conflicts between tribes meant healers often treated serious injuries. They developed methods to stop heavy bleeding, clean wounds with herbal washes, bandage injuries using animal hides and woven plant fibers. Some tribes even used moldy substances on wounds, something modern science later discovered can fight bacteria, similar to early forms of antibiotics. When European settlers arrived in the 1500s and 1600s, they brought their own medical systems.
European medicine at the time was based on outdated theories like balancing body humors. Treatments included bloodletting and mercury, often dangerous. Ironically, Native American herbal knowledge was sometimes more effective than European practices of the time. Settlers learned from indigenous healers, adopting plant-based remedies that later became part of American medicine.
However, Europeans also brought diseases like smallpox, measles, and influenza. Native populations had no immunity, and epidemics spread rapidly. Traditional medicine helped with symptoms, but these new diseases were devastating. This period reshaped the medical and social landscape of America forever.
In early colonial settlements, healthcare was basic. Most people were treated at home. Women often acted as family healers using herbal remedies similar to native traditions. Doctors were rare, expensive, and not always trusted. Common treatments included herbal teas, poultices, plant-based wound coverings, and simple surgeries like tooth removal. Hospitals were almost non-existent. Serious illness often meant isolation and home care.
The biggest difference between healthcare 500 years ago and today? They didn't know about germs. People didn't understand bacteria or viruses. Still, through observation and experience, they discovered methods that actually worked, even without knowing why. It was medicine built on tradition, survival, and trial and error. Healthcare in America 500 years ago was deeply human. It relied on community knowledge, on nature's resources, on experience passed down through generations. There were no machines, no lab tests, no pharmacies. Yet people found ways to heal, survive, and care for one another in a world without modern medicine. Today, we trust advanced technology to keep us healthy. But here's a powerful thought. Did ancient healing knowledge hold secrets we're only now beginning to understand again? Let me know what you think in the comments below.